go in here. Lord have mercy. Hi, how are you?
Hello, very pleased to meet you. I'm very good, thank you. And yourself?
I'm great.
Okay, so today I'm joined on the Zoom call to Texas with Jim McIngvale, aka Mattress Mack. Is it okay to call you Mac for this interview?
I've been called worse. Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're known in America and increasingly around the world as the punter who bets in millions of dollars. I mean, can you tell us, for people that don't know, what's the biggest bet you've had?
Biggest bet I've ever had is what's going on right now. I bet on the Houston Astros to win the World Series, bet $10 million, blended price 7.5. So if the Astros win, I win $75 million.
Wow. Now, what people may not realize if they don't know about you is that you are actually a successful businessman, not a professional gambler.
That's exactly right. All of these promotions I do are hedged around sports promotions. So the way it works is if you come in and buy a mattress $3,000 or better and the Astros win the World Series, then you get your money back. So it encourages people to buy furniture, and then I hedge the bet by betting on the Astros or if Tampa wins the Super Bowl, whoever.
Okay, now I saw an interview with you where you said the first promotion you did was based on the hunches of a couple of salesmen that said Denver Broncos would beat Seattle Seahawks. And you offered customers that spent the $3,000, got their money back if the Seahawks won, and you lost $9 million.
I did lose $9 million on that one. Absolutely.
That was just
That
on the
was not
promotion.
hedged, no insurance.
So you had to give away basically all your stock for $9 million worth.
I did. It was a tough blow, but people are persistent. I'm very persistent. Tough times never last. Tough people do.
Okay, and I was also interested to read that you made sure that all the stuff was delivered because you didn't want if it started going badly for the Seahawks, you didn't want the customers to cancel their orders, so you didn't trust them very much.
Well, it's kind of like if you're going to bet a football game or a soccer game or the World Cup, you get the bet in before the horses leave the starting gate. Same difference.
Okay, now, so you just said earlier that the betting came later. So you lost $9 million. So what made you think that it was still a good idea to continue with that sort of promotion?
Well, the fact that it brought in thousands of customers. We never closed on Super Bowl Sunday, and that year we closed Saturday night at 6 o'clock versus staying open until 10 o'clock on Saturday night and Sunday night because we had no more furniture. Every piece of furniture in the whole store was sold. It was just madness. So it showed the power of sports promotion to bring people into the furniture store and make furniture buying more fun for the entire family rather than just a boring process of picking out a sofa or a mattress. It makes it fun and exciting, and we've been doing that ever since.
Okay, and the local press and TV and stuff picked up on it?
Right, the local press, the national press picked up on it. I got thousands of dollars worth of advertising, probably millions of dollars worth of advertising on that promotion. And then I've done it lots of times since then, especially featuring the Houston Astros. In 2017, when the Astros won the World Series, I gave back about $20 million in free furniture.
Well, you've been a very successful businessman, obviously, for a long time. Were you interested in sports betting before that Broncos Seahawks game? Were you a punter?
I've always been a bit of a meddler in sports betting football, horse racing, that type of thing. So I've always done a little bit, but not to the scale that I do now.
And did you make a profit? Were you a winning punter?
Probably not. That's why I didn't do much of it.
Okay, now also people in the UK may not realize, or they may realize that gambling's legal in some states in America, but not others. So you have to travel around America to get your bets on.
Yeah, gambling's legal in about 30 out of the 50 states now. So one of the states close to Texas, Louisiana, so I just drive over there. And as soon as my cell phone gets in the area where the towers know I'm in Louisiana, then I can bet. So it's a bit of a struggle sometimes, but I'm used to it. And people love the action of these chance to buy great furniture. The worst that can happen is they get the furniture of what they paid for. The best can happen is they buy the furniture and they get it free and get their money back. So it's a great promotion to help build the business, especially when the business is a little bit softer like it is right now.
Okay, now you bet in what you call futures these days is
Right.
what we call anti-post in the UK. So you're betting on the outcome of a whole event. So do you have somebody studying to sort of try and get a team that's going to finish in the last four but not win? It's quite tricky, isn't it?
Well, I want the team to win because I'm putting money on them, and I'm going to come out basically the same either way, whether the team wins or they don't. But if they win, then the customers remark to all their friends, neighbors, and relatives about getting free furniture, and it builds the business tremendously. The word of mouth advertising is par excellence. So we want the team we're picking to win. So it's very important when I do the futures, I pick a good team. So give me a couple of teams to bet futures on World Cup.
Okay, so can you anticipate how much you're going to sell to determine your stake, or do you limit the offer? Do you cap it that when they've bought that much, that's it?
As it goes on, then I increase the wagering amount. I generally don't cap it until right before the event starts. So if there's more to bet, then I bet it up to the day of the game.
Okay, so is it just American football the sports you've used for these for these promotions?
American football, American basketball, American baseball, of course, the Kentucky Derby. I bet $2.4 million on Epicenter to win the Kentucky Derby this past year, and he finished second. I lowered the odds on the Kentucky Derby by my bet. And I'm hoping to bet a lot on World Cup this year, but I need some tips from my friends in the UK on who's going to win World Cup.
Oh, there's plenty of experts on that. Don't you worry, Mac. Um, when you initially started to try and get these massive, huge bets on, were you surprised how difficult it was, especially somewhere like Las Vegas, which is supposedly awash for money?
Yes, I was very surprised that some of those places out there wouldn't take as much as 25,000, which is a small amount compared to the million, 2 million, $10 million bets that I normally make. But Caesars has treated me very well over the years. They take all my big bets, so I'm very happy with them. Some of the other ones, not so much. They don't like taking big bets.
And am I right in saying that the first time you went there, you took an Astros rucksack full of cash?
I did. I quit doing that, but I used to take a huge knapsacks full of cash, and it was a bit dangerous. So now I just wire the money to the books and then go in and bet it. And a lot of the books will take $1 million bets. Not many of them will take $10 million bets like Caesars will. So nothing against some of them, but I like somebody who's got some gamble in them.
So what's the biggest denomination dollar note? I mean, how much cash did you actually take with you that time?
Probably that time, maybe 3 or 4 million that I brought back after I won. I think I probably took 1.5 million out. That was right before Game 7 of the World Series in 2017. So I brought back quite a bit of cash. So I've quit since carrying cash. I just wire the money to the bookmakers, and makes it simpler and certainly much safer. Then they all set up a photo where I'm standing in front of all this cash, and shows the essence of betting all that kind of money on a football game, basketball game, or baseball game.
So you've brought the romance back into it, haven't you, really? What's the biggest single bet with one bookmaker that you've managed to get on?
Well, this year with Caesars, I bet on the Astros early on the futures bet, $3 million. I bet to win 30 million. So that's a very large futures bet.
That's a fair bet, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, but you are ultimately, you're trying to take the gamble out of it now and show a profit, whatever happens.
Yeah, we're trying to grow the furniture business because that's the cash cow around here. It's not professional gambling, but having the people participate in this, then they watch the Astros games all year long. They see my commercials. They talk to their friends. The Astros are getting close to getting in the playoffs. So it builds a lot of excitement and gives us a lot of buzz. I think sports is one of the few things in a very divisive United States that brings people together, whatever race, color, nationality we are, religion. Sports brings us together. So it's a unifying factor to help people come together, and also it rallies them around the idea of buying furniture.